What's up, y'all? Good
What
evening.
up?
I don't have a monologue today. Or maybe I do. I don't know. Something just came over me. I want to talk
Oh,
about as I get everybody out here in the neighborhood set up. I do want to talk about one thing that I did highlight about the Pittsburgh Steelers. The one thing I want to talk about the Pittsburgh Steelers and just the organization in general. I want to talk about. Hold on. Give me one second.
while you getting that set up, I do want to say,
Yeah.
good evening, everybody. Happy last day of Black History Month, and
Hello.
and I do want to say I'm honored to be, to join you live initially when you first come on. Cause I know, like you say, you normally have a monologue, but to come on when you come on, boy, it's an honor
Yeah.
and a privilege.
Oh Lord.
I feel like I'd have made it now. You feel me?
Yes, so I usually have something to say, but today I don't. I do, but I don't. And it's just like I try not to be extremely emotional about the things that the Pittsburgh Steelers have to do, and I know that they have to do. I try to be rational and I try to go with what I think they're gonna do. And a little bit of that has a lot to do with me just not wanting to be disappointed. And just because I say I don't think we're gonna get a guy like Justin Fields doesn't mean like I don't want a guy like Justin Fields, but I just think that's the Steelers' path, the path that they're on. That's all. Things like that. When people be like, "Oh, you're this, you're that," I'm like, "Look, I go with the flow of what I think this organization is gonna do." And based
Yeah.
off the history, I want to say hello, everybody. Look at everybody chiming in. We got Tony, Ali, Ken. We got Claude. We got the regulars in it, and we got Dex here. What up, Dex?
Hey, gang, gang. What's up,
Good,
family?
good. Hey,
What up?
everybody. So good to see y'all. I hope everybody's having a great, I don't know, Thursday. Thursday. Yep. Thursday. Tomorrow's Friday. Lord, have mercy. We made it,
Already.
y'all. We got a few things to talk about. Um, it's not I didn't gather a whole lot from Omar's conversation today. His 10-minute spiel press conference today. Did you see that, Dex?
Sure did, and I definitely wasn't impressed.
Yeah, did he say anything that like made you go wow? Like I don't think he gave you anything. The Steelers fans kind of went a little crazy because they got a side little piece of him saying he has faith in Kenny Pickett.
Oh yeah, I was upset. I'm
You were
not gonna
upset.
lie.
I literally just tweeted. If you haven't seen D Love Sports Twitter, I literally tweeted a meme that addressed how Steeler fans were reacting when they heard that. How are you feeling, that?
I just feel like, yo, stop babying this man. Stop putting a passy to the mouth and a blinky in his right hand. Like, let him sweat. Let him feel like he can lose his job. I don't understand why we giving him the number one spot. He hasn't shown that he deserves to be put in that position. You understand? Yes, you're the only quarterback. That's why you're the number one. But like make them sweat. We shall see. I don't know. We love to bring in competition. Something, like, oh, I got all the faith in Kenny and I'm like, yo, Omar, come on, man. Just pacify it to the mouth, bottle in the left hand, blinky in the right. That's what they're doing.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think they just it's almost politics too, right? Do you go in there and say, and he said, look, we're not overlooking anything. Like kind of all options are on the table. That was kind of a continuous thing that he went with. So saying that all options are on the table, even though, and you know that they typically have 3 to 4 quarterbacks when they're going into camp, there's going to be some type of competition. They are still interested in having Mason back on the team. That leaves potentially one more spot open for a QB. And how veteran or how, I don't know, talented that third guy, if they do bring in Mason, is going to be telling if they truly believe they're going with Kenny as number one. So, but like you have to kind of like Ollie's saying, you can't go in there and say, yeah, we don't really know about Kenny, but he's the one guy on the roster, so we got to go it. It's just kind of like a little political for me. You kind of got to pump him up a little bit, like Ollie's saying.
Yeah. And I
I
mean,
saw it.
when you
I
heard it.
mean, just to add my little 2 cents. I mean, I'm a run with Dex on this. I just wasn't impressed. I think he kind of showed no sense of urgency with it, and it's kind of like Joe Cool. And I mean, to some degree, you should be, because you don't, with most things, you don't want to show your hand, show what you want to do. I mean, because I mean, things might really get difficult as far as what people may try to like put up as front, as far as like if you try to make trades and stuff like that, you show interest in Justin Fields or whatever can it be. Chicago say, all right, cool. Well, we know Pittsburgh won them. We gonna want 2 first rounds, 3 first rounds. We gonna want this player, that player, because obviously you'd have made it hot. So with that being said, I understand that to a degree, but you also have to show a sense of urgency. And like Dex was saying, Kenny Pickett he has played good. Like granted, you can tell the difference in the play style when it comes to the play calling and how he runs the tempo of the game. And actually who's like the type of plays that are being called. You can definitely tell if you are a football fan. So I think it's a bit unfair to judge him on that alone, because I was talking with a guy earlier, and I was saying even Big Ben, he had 5 OCs in his total career, and you can see the change in the phases of Ben and the phases of the team. When he was most productive, the team wasn't as productive. He was stat wise was productive, but the team wasn't. When he was less productive, but the team was better, we won 2 championships. So I mean, you kind of gotta weigh that out when it comes to who you actually was saying you want to put in the QB position. But like I said, I definitely don't think that you should allow Kenny to think that he has the number 1 spot locked up. I mean, you bring somebody in and make it hot and say, all right, cool. I got to come to camp this year. I'm coming to OTAs ready, and ready to command. Because realistically, that's what the offensive needs. It needs an offensive leader. And none of this is going to go. No matter you get a new OCN, you get a new quarterback, y'all get the line running, going good with the run game and all that. It ain't going to matter if you have no leaders,
I thought one thing Omar did say that was, I mean, it wasn't too outlandish, but it stood out a little bit for me, was him saying what stood out with Arthur Smith was his vision for the offense. And he's like, yeah, I talked with him, and it was just like really his vision for the offense and where he saw this offense going. That's what kind of stood out for him, and he was impressed with that. So, with that said, and them knowing that they're going with, Kenny is the guy right now. I wanted to ask, like, how do you guys feel about the actual weapons? And this year, I think it's really, really critical. And I was listening to some guys on Twitter today. Is this the last? Like this is like do or die for George Pickens. I feel like this is the season you've got to give this guy his glory. Like you really gotta impress him, or he guys gonna be like, look, I'm not about to do this another year. I'm not about to put myself through this mentally, emotionally, physically, and dealing with this another year. I feel like you're gonna, if anybody's gonna need to be pacified this season, it's gonna be a George Pickens. I feel like that is the guy you don't want to lose. You see the talent there. Yes, we know there's gonna be a next group of guys in the draft, but I feel like he's a talent that you do not want to give up. They did bring up briefly that it could possibly be contract negotiations, extension negotiations for Deontay Johnson. We know he said he wants to still play there. That'll happen, of course, as we get closer to camp or maybe in camp. All that drama happens then. But he like almost was about to get into it, and he was just like, yeah, no. And then kind of wrapped it up. He almost stepped there. He almost he's like, nah, I ain't taking it. Did Kenny? So let's answer this question from Ali. Did Kenny really play good, or did he just not stink? Well, I feel like I'm gonna let y'all get into it, but I just feel like Matt Canada's debacle was like a cape, a cape over a lot of things. But I felt like Matt Canada was the first thing to attack. But sometimes to me, it wasn't Matt Canada. It was the execution on the field. And sometimes that lied on the feet of Kenny Pickett. And I'll let y'all kind of answer this question.
JJ.
Yeah, I was gonna say, man, like you said, it was for the majority, it was the execution. So Ali, it was a thing to in the beginning of the season where he did kind of stink. I mean, he missed a lot of passes. I mean, wide open. I distinctly remember in the Tennessee game. I mean, you had a 5-yard like out, and he overthrew the ball and it was like right in front of him. Nobody was like tackling him. He wasn't like running or none of that kind of stuff. He just missed it. You can look back into the tape and see a lot of those plays. So for the majority, I think he did stink. I was referring to the last 3 games or the games in his rookie season where he won us the game in the fourth quarter. I was actually like referring to those games, and I mean it was just more so his like backyard. All right, you run this play, you run this route, and that's kind of like what Ben did toward the end of his career. Anytime you seen that he was running like a 2-minute offense and really kind of like running that offense in the huddle, I mean he was successful, and that's what Kenny did. Now when it came to like Matt Canada, I don't think that they meshed well. Obviously he didn't execute. So it was a thing that he didn't execute, and it was bad play calling,
Go ahead, Dex. I'm gonna put this question down so we can fully see Dex's face here. I don't know what y'all's view is. Go ahead.
Kenny Pickett was horrible. He was horrible. And trust me, I'm not coming from a place of bias. He just played bad. He can't read a defense. It's like it took him too long to read from right to left or left to right from whatever way Matt's Canada offense taught him how to read the plays. And then it also was a combination of the offensive line not blocking long enough. You got to give Kenny Pickett at least 20 seconds in the pocket to properly read this defense that he was playing. And
Stop
then,
playing with my man. He's gonna roll out on you, man. You know my man.
he gonna roll out and throw a 5-yard out. He's gonna throw a 5-yard out 10 feet above a 6'4" receiver, fully armed, extended head. So Kenny has yet to impress me. I mean, he did have the little KP magic at the end, but the body of the work, it's like scoring on the test. Like if you got 80% wrong, but you did get 20% right, did you really pass? Exactly.
Yeah, I'm not impressed with the red zone offense. That's something that I need to see him improve on. I'm not. I don't know. I want to see him improve as a leader, and I don't think that's bad to say or mean or anything like that. I really want to see him improve as a leader on offense. And it's just something that we haven't seen because Ben's been there for so long. So like not having that identity on offense as this is the guy, like you're the guy on this offense is a little strange. And I think people underestimate how important that is to have that stone figure. And I think we might have talked about this. I don't know if we talked about it on camera, but we might have talked about it after the show. Just that guy that kind of passed the torch down. You didn't have that. Like Ben, like Kenny didn't get to learn from Ben. It just like that Steeler way and how you lead and command. It wasn't there for this offense. You had Najee had a year with Ben, Pat had a year with Ben, Deontay had some time with Ben, but these guys don't have that. They don't have what that looks like. That history it's all gone, and so you need that guy to rise up and be that leader. That's
I also think that he need to put some more weight on. Like he's not built. Yeah, every time he dove for the ball, he almost had a concussion. Like, you get what I'm saying? Like he just I feel like coming in with every person in the league has growing pains and milestones to reach. But as we talk about, this is year 2, about to be year 3. He just didn't look the part. He didn't, he was weak. His arm was like a noodle.
Noodle.
No control over the ball. Like why are you throwing a 5-yard hits or out 10 feet above your receiver's head?
Well, so I don't know. Is it travelpreneur? I think that's how you say it. I don't know. Are the Steelers going to trade for Justin Fields or Russell Wilson? Listen, I'm not. I don't think the Steelers are going to do a Justin Fields thing. I think Justin Fields goes to Atlanta. I think Justin Fields goes somewhere else other than Pittsburgh. And it's not that I don't want Justin Fields. Again, like I said at the beginning of the show, I just don't think the Steelers are going to do it. If they do, I'll be shocked. Russell Wilson, again, I'm not. Y'all know how I feel about this. I hate repeating myself as much as I need to on this. But Russell, the price is just too right for them, for me to not consider Russell Wilson, just because we know that they are a little frugal. They're a little frugal in the pocket. That's all. And they're gonna get Denver. Whoever gets Russell is stupid if they don't get Denver to fork over the most for him. Like that is just dumb. It doesn't make any sense. You pay him the minimum, and Denver pays the rest. Like that. So that's why I'm not over the Russell Wilson thing. I think that is still a possibility depending on how things go. And then March free agency starts March 11th. So
it does.
It's good. It's about to get real spicy in 12 days or 11 days.
And to add to that, I specifically wanted both of those players in the QB. I don't mind Russell Wilson if we're gonna bring in somebody like Justin Fields. I don't mind it because I mean you would have the
you pay all them people now. Somebody gotta go.
I mean, well, Russell
is cheap, but I'm talking about the next year. Are you who you going?
Well, you got 2 years with Fields because I mean this is the last year his rookie contract, and then he got a option coming up. So hit him with the option,
what's the option gonna hit you with? Like, and then what are you gonna do?
20 something.
You gonna trade Kenny? Because I know you ain't.
It depends. It depends. I mean,
it's not gonna happen, but just there. Conversation.
And at that point, you wouldn't have had a cap hit that you would have. I mean, I'm pretty sure in probably 2 years, Cam going to retire. You probably wouldn't have had the cap hit that you would have with TJ. And I mean, I think him, TJ, and Minka are probably like our biggest cap hits that we had per year. So I mean, like, I think it would be a decent move. But I did read something where though they was talking about bringing Mason back and giving Mason maybe a 2-year deal with like 11,
a mixed deal,
11 and some incentives, or 12. So 5 year, 6-year deals. But I'm just saying. I mean, I think that's probably you in house. You know what they saying, but that's just what I'm thinking that they probably gonna do. I mean, because Omar Khan clearly said that they want Mason back.
We'll see. We'll see what that tag look like. We'll see. March is around. March. What was my saying? I said on the one podcast. I'm marching to March with Omar. What you think, Dex? Justin Fields? Are we trading for Justin Fields or Russell Wilson? I mean, if Denver cuts him, you don't have to trade for Russell Wilson.
Right. Did you see? I don't know. I seen Russ's interview with Brandon Marshall.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't watch. He looked like rookie Russ. Got the buzz cut. He looked ready. He had time to heal. But Russell, Justin is like the new to you shiny car. Lower mileage. Still you could take out on the road. And Russ is like he's like the Chevy Tahoe. He's right. Old faithful.
But if that joint only run 2,000 miles and the transmission keep going up on you, then what?
Yeah,
what?
and then that was my problem with Russ too. Russ had some good games, but he looked like he was. I don't know. Maybe it was the offense. Like he was slow to read. Like I've never seen Russell sit in the pocket. Good thing he sat in the pocket. He can learn from that. But it looked like he was having trouble. I guess reading defense for a little while.
Who, Russell?
Yeah,
He looked
yeah,
bad. He looked
yeah.
bad toward the end. Like that's why he benched him. That's why Sean Payton did
You
him like
don't think his confidence was like kind of like jacked up prior to that?
But
Not the way he was throwing.
that shouldn't affect a guy like Russell.
But we were told later that in October they wanted him to adjust his contract. So I don't know.
Oh, for that insurance money?
Yeah, about his
that insurance money, right?
That what the guaranteed what was the guarantee? Because there's
it was like something in case he get hurt,
yeah. Injury
they don't have to
guarantee.
pay
Injury
him.
guarantee.
Yeah.
Yeah, they wanted to change that or whatever it was, remove it, whatever.
Yeah.
And if they asked him that in October, like if they asked him that early in the season, I'm side eyeing y'all. Like
almost like you try to swindle me.
Yeah.
You try to sign me for this.
And just give you my
dang, did we give you too much money?
Yeah, you try to sign me for this, and I agreed to it. And then
it wasn't October, it was November. And still, to me, just like way too early to be doing that. Like I don't know. That's interesting to me as a player. How do you go out there and do your best, knowing that this any given second, a team is behind the scenes trying to get rid of you. But I really thought Sean Payton was high on Russell Wilson. I thought that this was his guy. I thought this is like what Sean Payton wanted. So for it to go this way, and I'm kind of commenting on Tony's comment here. She's saying I feel Sean Payton had something against Russell from day one. I thought that it was going to be a happy marriage. I thought they were going to get along.
Yeah, I don't think Sean Payton. Well, let me not say it like that because it's still Black History Month, so I ain't gonna get on it. But I think Sean Payton is almost like I'm forgetting the name of the racist coach that was in the Raiders for so long. What's his name? They call him Chucky.
Chucky.
From Tampa.
Yeah, he's real famous. I mean, he was a decent coach, but I think they kind of got the similar mindsets and similar coaching strategies. Like they remind me of each other a lot.
What's his name?
So, yeah, it's messing me up too. I'm ready to look him up.
For Tampa Bay, right?
Yeah, he came out. No, he was in Oakland for a long time.
Yeah, no, Gruden, John Gruden.
John Gruden.
Yeah, that's what
he won the Super Bowl in Tampa.
He got a brother. I'm like, I know his brother. yeah.
Jay and John.
Yeah,
but it remind me of a lot so much. The first time you cross him, they're trying to get you out of there because he did that. He did that with AB. First time you cross him, you out of there. And Al Davis and them too. Like their whole. That's just what it remind me of.
Let me ask you, Dex. Have you seen any of this combine stuff today?
Oh yeah, I watched the D-line.
Yeah, D-line. Dunbar is out there. We had a guy on Sports and Coffee this morning said he had the pleasure of meeting Dunbar. Often D-line coach from the Pittsburgh Steelers. If you don't know who Dunbar is, and what did you see? What's his name? Coop. What's his name? Is this Coop? Hold on.
From where?
Hold on. What's his name? Hold on. Before I don't want to hold on. I'm so sorry, right? Chop Johnson. I was like, Coop Chop.
Chop.
Yeah, you see Chop.
Did you see my boy, what's his name? Trevathan Sweat from Texas?
I didn't see him.
366 pounds. He ran a 5.1.
366?
No, he ran was it sub 5?
366.
366. He either ran a 5.1 or a sub-5.
Good Lord. That's a big boy.
Moving.
366.
Running that
Moving.
fast, boy. You don't want to get hit by that.
What? Chop. Come on over here. Come on. Let me talk to you for a second, Chop.
Yeah, Chop did his
Chop, let
thing.
me talk to you real quick. I like that. I can look at that kid. I can see Mike Tomlin liking that guy, but is he slated to go in the beginning?
Yep. He's supposed to go top, I think they said top 20. Making a case. But it was a lot of decently fast linemen. I didn't get to see a lot of the
They
drills.
just looking slimmer to me.
Yeah, like smaller bodied, except Trevata. Trevata is
Yeah,
you
366.
can't
Nothing small about 366.
you can't slim that up.
There was another guy from Penn State too. It wasn't Chop. Who was the other guy from Penn State?
For Shane.
Hold on.
O-line or D-line?
I gotta see. Hold on.
I was about to say, because they got the top reader O-line. I think he a tackle. He coming up.
Today?
Adisa Isaac.
And he ran today?
4.7, yeah.
Okay. I was like, there was two guys from Penn State that I was like, wait a minute.
Give it up for Adisa. He from Brooklyn with the Canarsie High School.
Oh, maybe it was Jacobs. Was it Jacobs? No, it wasn't Curtis Jacobs. But he also ran today.
Curtis Jacobs ran to me.
So you have hold on. Chop. Yeah, I'm looking through the list. Sorry. Because Curtis Jacobs' second 40 unofficial was 4.59. But yeah, Curtis Jacobs can. I don't know. I was like, where Chop gonna go? He a Penn State guy. He could just go. Come on over, Joey, JPJ, get your guy on over here.
Yeah, he did very well.
Yeah. So, is there any? I think D line is probably in our top three to four things that we need. Of course, center. I think everybody's eyes are going to be on the center thing now that we don't have Mason, so that becomes a priority.
I was very happy of that move.
We talked about it, so that actually happened after we filmed, right?
Yeah.
Because I was convinced that Mason was going to be a backup. Like they might bring another guy in, they keep it on the roster, and then they kind of move Mason around or away after. But they were like, look, best of luck. Best of luck in March. Thank you for your service. I'm like, dang, was he that bad? According to Becky, he was that bad. Do you guys think Mason Cole was that bad, or do you think? I mean, I think the year before he was great. If you're comparing it to what we had before, like we know center struggles. And do you just think he was just that bad that he just had to be released from his job?
Yeah, you go ahead, Dax.
He was horrible. He was horrible. He looked like he forgot how to play football. I'm telling you. He looked like he didn't know who to block. And then by the time he figured it out, they was already pushing him into the backfield. His run blocking was terrible. He was getting blown off the ball. I blame a lot of Kenny Pickett's struggles. He aided in that. He didn't give Kenny a comfortable pocket the whole season. And then when he did do good, it was because it was a 3-step drop or a trick run or something like that. Or it was something away from him having to really do his job for about 3 to 5 seconds. They say any lineman, any old lineman, all we need is for you to give us 3 to 5 seconds. Hold your guy 3 to 5 seconds. And Mason was, oh my God, you would have thought he put butter on his hands or something like that. And he was just sliding off at everything. Like he was at a a bikini car wash. And he just had soap all over his body.
He car wash a bunch of oil, baby oil.
Right. They baby oiled him up. They sent him to the wrong job.
It's hilarious, man. I'm done. I am done.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, I think he did decent. Of course, Dex would probably know better. I don't think he did the best he could do. I mean, when you look on tape, I think he had a few more missed or blotched snaps that you would like. I think he got pushed back a lot more times than you would like.
Like Stephen A. Smith hairline, pushback.
Yeah, I don't think he was like. I don't think he was like release worthy. But I mean, then again, they, as an organization may have seen something different than what I've seen.
So along with that, Presley Harvin also got released.
You seen that coming?
Yeah.
When you punt a ball and look confused after you punt it and it only went 30 yards, you gotta go.
Like you're trying to look for somebody to blame it on.
Yeah, like what happened? You kicked that, yeah.
Yeah, it was on you.
So everybody's like always be looking at this punter and that punter. Am I wrong for I don't want to draft a punter. Like can we just bring back Brad and I'm cool. If we're gonna be cheap somewhere, I'm cool with being cheap with the punter position. I'm sorry, I may be wrong there, but can we just not draft a punter?
Please, I don't believe in wasting a pick on a punter. Like he has to be phenomenal.
I just don't. I don't believe that we need to draft a punter from anywhere.
Nope.
Yeah, unless you averaging, unless you netting the 70, 80 yards, I wouldn't even waste my pick.
What are we doing? Brad's about to play in the UFL. Brad's about to get some reps in, some more tape in. He did good when Harvin was out. Why can't we just get Brad slap $1 million or something, whatever, to Brad? Can we just do that?
I agree. Is that punter from the Colts? Is he available or
the Colts?
Yeah, that punter from the Colts was booting it all over us.
Oh yeah, I don't know. I mean, what do you mean? Is he available? Like he don't have him locked into a contract? Was he a temporary punter for the Colts?
I don't know. I think so. They said that when we played him.
Oh,
the way he booted it all over the field against us, we need that.
Yeah. So I don't know.
Like everybody was booting it all over the field against us.
Please do not waste. No draft picks on a punter. We need a center. I do want to look at these corners, these DBs, cornerbacks, because we do have some young guys like Corey Trice, of course, and Rush, of course. We didn't get to see these guys to their potential, but I know where we is it the guy from Iowa, the safety from Iowa? We were talking to? Is it safety? What's his name? Sorry, y'all. Started with a D, don't it? Mm-hmm. Iowa, I think it's a safety. He said he met with the Steelers a couple times. Or he
to bring in for safety or to bring in for corner?
Is it Dejan Cooper? Hold on.
Well, you know who else I seen come up on the free agent wire that I think we should go look at that probably wouldn't bust us over the head? Another Baltimore product, Kendall Fuller. Had decent success in the league.
Is he in? Was he in Washington?
He was in Washington. He started out. Where did he start out? Did he start out in Tennessee?
Yes. Okay. Yeah. So Steelers scored a formal combine meeting with Iowa DB Cooper DeJean. I think it's DeJean. So, look him up. He said he had a good meeting with him. He enjoyed it. So that was a formal visit. But I think he's also slated to go in the first round. So if you get a chance to look him up, Cooper DeJean is DE. I'll put it in the chat.
I feel like I thought Kobe. I think Kobe Trice is gonna have a Kobe Trice.
Corey.
Corey Trice is he's gonna have a good year. I feel like he was growing
Mm-hmm.
and learning and showing some stuff right before he got hurt. I thought that was gonna be our tandem. I promise you.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
And
they
I
were
was,
saying he's supposed to be better than JPJ, Lil Peasy.
yeah, yep.
So I mean, if
You
you can,
already know what he about to say. Go ahead. Just get it out your system. Get it out your system, Dex.
Cool about Corey.
No. He gonna talk trash about some guy. One guy. Pat P.
Get him out of here.
I
Coach,
agree.
coach,
I agree. Get him out of here.
Coach Pat P. He can't. He ain't no good for as a safety. He ain't no good for as a nickel. He ain't good as a corner. He's just a wealth of knowledge right now with no body. He has no physical body anymore. Get him out of here.
Do
Put
you
him
think
as an
that he's gonna
assistant
ask
coach.
for a pay cut? Like, can we get some change back? Can we just get some change back, Pat P, and keep him? Thank you, Claude. I'll count the jerseys for you very shortly. I don't. It's a couple missing out of here, but I'll count them for you.
I hope so because he let me say I listened to his podcast too with him and his cousin.
Hey, Matt.
But yeah, and he's still
Gotta
talking
get
like, yeah,
B-Mac
when
on the
we
show.
come back, I'm like, no, stay. You don't need you to come back.
Don't do that.
Please. You're
I
gonna
don't know.
be another step slower.
He be
You're gonna be
like,
another step slower.
he be like,
I
that's okay.
like I like having Pat P on the team, especially because he does have the podcast. I feel like because it's so much veteranness that they're missing. I get it. I get it. I get it from the play standpoint. And no, we don't want him playing corner right now. And then he does need to kind of move around in the slot. And I brought this up, and I don't know if you guys were against me. I know I'm moving around here. I was talking about TE bringing Terrell Edmonds back. I know it was like a rumor that went online last week. You guys say no. Dex says no. I'm not against it.
Nah, we good on
I'm not
TE.
against it.
He's
not.
a he's
I
a
mean, it'd be something different to me. It'd be something different if, yes, you could see him and make it work well together, but as a whole, the talent isn't there, because he didn't show up on other teams.
I was just about to say that.
And he bounced as well. So I
He
mean, I
helped
think
us out against that Tennessee Titans and Jaguars game. No, he got that interception.
I think that's a lot to kind of like to bring in just to kind of try to halfway realign some kind of chemistry.
I think they probably did offer him some money, but again, he probably wanted more guaranteed money, and that's why he ended up going to the Eagles. It didn't work out. He didn't fit with them. I got it, but I still think there might be a little bit of crack in the door for him in Pittsburgh.
I don't just see how you gonna be a height. You was a height with us, you know. Go to Philly and didn't do nothing. Go to Titans and you weren't consistent enough. And then all of a sudden turn it up when you come back.
I think the problem with the Pittsburgh Steelers was because where they drafted him at, he was like, "Look, y'all drafted me here. Like y'all need to, give me some more money." And I think that it was great, probably a business move for them to be like, "You know what, son, go out there and see what the world has to offer you. We ain't holding you back." And now the world's a little cold. It's a little cold out there. We gotta layer up. The Eagles releasing him and then getting picked up by Tennessee. Now it's kind of like, okay, come on home, son. Come get this, come get this change that we was gonna offer you, and you think it's done, it's a wrap. Because they would do stuff. Remember, like Sean Davis. Who else came back after leaving? Sean Davis just sticks out to me a lot. Guys that did that all the time.
Okay? Sean Davis is better than Terrell Edmonds.
I get you. I hear you, but it was some guys that was like, "Go find your way, son. Do what you got to do." Did William Gay leave and come back?
William Gay came back. Yep.
Yeah, he went to Arizona.
William Gay was nice though. He was.
D Mac even did it. Didn't Brian McFadden do it? He left and came back, or did he? Did he leave and come back where he came from somewhere else?
Yeah, I don't remember.
Yeah, but anyway,
he finished out as a Cardinal, I think.
Oh, okay. I was like, I know he went to another team at some point, but there are guys that left and came back, and the Steelers be, leaving the light on for him like a Motel 6. You know what I'm saying?
You
Oh,
need to take
y'all
the
want
light.
y'all want to guess how many jerseys are in this? You should
You
do
need to take
that.
the
Guess
light
how many
bulb out
jerseys
on
are
that
here,
one.
and I'll count them.
Just go ahead and unscrew the light bulb. We don't need no. We don't need to come back.
So,
You good.
okay. So another thing Omar addressed was the inside linebacker position, and
Indeed.
they talked about Cole Holcomb not knowing, how he is with his recovery. Also, Elandon
Well,
Roberts is still on contract, so that's a good one. I think he played well. Wish we could have used him a little bit earlier in the season, but whatever. He did have some nicks and bruises throughout the season, but he kept coming back. He was like, we thought Landon was out, and Landon would be like, I'm back. I don't know what kind of deer antler spray he was on, but hey, loved him, loved the way he played. And it was like Quan also, who's a free agent now, had a significant injury. They don't know where he is on the road to recovery. So we have a big holes at the inside linebacker position. So I would love to know if you guys have any inside linebackers that you're looking at for this combine. Anybody that sticks out right now?
I'm still looking at Jalen Smith. Like we brought him in at the end of the season, and
They
he was a dog on the Cowboys. He unfortunately we didn't have enough season to acclimate him and to let him get some playing time. But I think if he sticks around, whether it be on the practice squad or just show what he can do on camp, I think he can still play. He has some dog in him, when he played for the Cowboys.
So you want to look at bringing Jalen Smith back?
Yeah.
You got anything, J-Rock?
Yeah, I like Jalen Smith too. Like you said, we obviously didn't get to see him play. We brought him in and put him on the practice squad, but never activated him. So I want to see him get in. I also was thinking about it depends on how much money they're willing to spend too, because Devin White is out there, and he's unhappy. Not sure what he's willing to take. Not sure what type of contract he's looking at. But he's been playing well. And I think he's been playing very disgruntled since he's been down there in Tampa, knowing that he's getting ready to leave. He got replaced by a rookie. So
Shaq Barrett, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers just got rid of him, right? Is he inside or outside linebacker?
He was an outside. I remember him rushing a lot.
Yeah, he was either outside or a safety. I don't remember, man. Inside though.
I wanted us to consider going after, and this is the corner position, Jalen Johnson. I was interested in that. I was trying to make a pitch out at the Pro Bowl, but it looks like the Bears are going to try to re-sign Jalen Johnson. So, oh well, hope and dream. Hope and dream.
Hey, like I said, call my man Kendall.
Baltimore Native. What's my guy, the real Josh Allen? Is he outside too?
Outside, yeah.
Yep. I think we need to look and see what Quanah. I don't understand, like, how you don't know how your players road to recovery. Like how you don't understand.
Are you talking about Cole Holcomb? I don't. It's like I got to see what Cole Holcomb.
Cole and Quan. Like I get he's a free agent.
Quan's a free agent, so does it really matter? But that's why I don't know what Cole Holcomb's contract is.
2 years.
Cole's 2? Okay. Yeah. So and Quan's a free agent, so it's just like, and he's had significant injuries in the past. So, I don't know.
Bring him back. He brought a swag.
I loved Quan, man. I was like low-key excited we got to see more of him, because I didn't like in the beginning how they would just switch them out, and their snaps were just, the snap numbers were low, and Landon Roberts' snap count was embarrassing. It was freaking embarrassed. I was embarrassed for him and his family. I had to sit through that whole game and see that man go out there for less than 10 snaps a game. It was sad.
I thought maybe because he was old.
I mean, it was just, they were just switching him out, and I don't know. I'm not saying that they thought he was bad, but I really don't know. But you see what his efficiency in the run game, you couldn't help but put him out there, and he proved his value. He proved his worth, and I'm glad for him.
And we still got Mark
Robinson.
Mark Robinson still in the fold.
Yes, he's still on contract, still in his rookie contract as well, and that's really it. So you got him, Mark Robinson. That's really, and we don't know where Cole's landing. but that position is it's a little spicy right there. Of course, they're also considering D line, picking up guys from the D line. That's why today it's a big deal, watching those guys and center, corner, and then where are the rest of your needs? Offensive linemen, because they're talking about putting Broderick back at the left tackle.
That's what they want to do. They say that's his.
But he was like, eventually. That's one thing I don't want to hear from the Pittsburgh Steelers leadership. Eventually.
I don't blame you.
I don't want to hear eventually.
I don't blame you. Because eventually it'll never come, boy. You be waiting on that.
Eventually, it's like not when you want. When we feel like we've had enough, we're going to eventually put him back over there. So this will be interesting. We do need to talk about this report card and these grades. NFLPA. I was putting it off. I was
waiting.
I'm gonna pull it up. Let me pull up the NFLPA Pittsburgh Steelers report card for the Pittsburgh Steelers. So they did this last year. There were some categories that were not on the report card last year, and owner was definitely one of them. I will highlight the areas where I found interest. And
No. D, go through all. You gotta go.
I would say I'm just gonna go where I found the surprises. You want to go through all of them? Okay, fine.
Go through the list.
Okay, fine. All right, let me found Pittsburgh. Here we go. Okay, so the Pittsburgh Steelers in total ranked 28th out of all 32 teams. And just to be clear, this comes from the players. Okay, the players fill out the forms, the players turn it in. The NFLPA gathers this information from the players. Okay. All right. Do you want me to read the grades, or do you want me to read the text from the NFLPA?
I want it all.
Okay, so all right. They got, unsurprisingly, the highest marks from the club go to Coach Tomlin. Okay. Beyond Tomlin, they got some issues. There are one of 4 teams that don't provide their players' families with either a family room or daycare on game day. They are one of 7 teams whose players feel their weight room is no better than where they could train on the outside.
Planet Fitness.
The players feel they lack the necessary staffing in the training room to receive the appropriate amount of individualized care.
Wow.
Okay. There is little confidence among the respondents there's a little confidence among the respondents in the willingness of the club owner, Art Rooney II, to invest in a better workplace, as he ranks second to last in this year's report. Okay. So
I feel like I just got my report card.
Yeah.
So here are the grades for each category. Treatment of families. And this goes back to the facilities piece, right? I'm going to add context to all of these because it just looks like they're saying Art Rooney is terrible as an owner, when the reality is they don't have the confidence that he's going to invest in improving the facilities. Okay. Treatment of families, F minus, ranked 29th out of 32.
I ain't never seen that grade.
That's an under F. Like under the F.
Food and / cafeteria, a B minus, and they're ranked 16th in the league. They don't pay for their food. I haven't had the food on the south side, but the food at Latrobe is good. I've had that food. Nutrition and dietitian, D, ranked 30th. Locker room, we're not surprised here. None of us are surprised here. The only thing locker room don't have that they had before that's changed is they don't have that daggone pool table and the big old wooden pool table in the middle. Like their locker room hasn't changed in over 10 years. So they have an F for locker room, 30th in the league. Training room, D plus, 29th in the league. Training staff, C, 28th in the league. Weight room, C, 24th in the league. Strength coaches, and this is one of those areas where I was a little like, strength coaches B plus, 20th in the league. Travel team or team travel, team travel D, 28th in the league. Head coach A, 5th in the league, and ownership F, 31st in the league. So the strength and I always go to the strength and conditioning, or it didn't say strength and conditioning, but I'm saying strength and conditioning because strength coaches, that whole squad was released. And that was like their next highest grade on this report card from the players. And they got rid of the strength and conditioning team. So, and I know I've been like questioning, like, what's up with that? Something was up with that. The players didn't have a beef, or did the players have a beef? Because the report card said they don't have a beef. But the organization was just like, we're good. Bye, y'all. We getting some new strength and conditioning team. Is that like I always thought that was fishy from the get-go. But y'all don't feel the way about that? Y'all don't see nothing there?
This is why we can't win the Super Bowl.
Well, I mean, I don't. I guess because I'm not in the room to actually see, what goes on throughout the year. I can't say, oh yeah, they gotta go, But I mean, we had a lot of injuries last year. Granted, I mean,
all of them weren't injuries. That's what Ali said.
Yeah, granted, all of them weren't, the type of injuries that was related to strength and conditioning, but a lot of them were. So I mean, like it would that hurt us, and I mean, not to say that we would have a significant difference in how our outcome was if we didn't have, but I mean, we all know that we was missing players, like pretty much all of our secondary in the end of the year. Having to call people at the couch, that's never a good thing, But
that it's definitely I thought it stood out interesting to me for the players to vote B plus, and then that significant change happening in the organization where they're like, y'all gotta go. We gotta bring some new people in. But then you really do gotta look at it. And one thing that came up, I think there are some concerns with diagnosis of injuries from some of the staff. And players maybe feeling like they need to get second opinions outside the organization. So that's a thing too. I always encourage any player, go get looked at outside at a different doctor, not just the team doctor. I'll always encourage that, especially if it's a significant thing. Like don't play with it.
Don't go to UPMC because they're gonna tell you exactly what the stadium.
go find you a specialist. Okay?
Right.
And there was something else. Oh, Dex, you wanted to talk about this. So what did you like? What would you want to get off on?
I felt like the reason why they didn't change the locker room was because they were trying to hold on to Mean Joe Green's sweat in them wooden lockers.
Yo, not the sweat.
That's why they didn't change it. They're like, we can keep some essence up here. That's the standard.
The locker room is bad. The locker
I'm
room
like, yo, how is it? And then I was looking at some of the posts on X on Twitter, and they were just showing some of the comparisons of like other teams' locker rooms. And I'm just like, being a former player, I would want to play better if I walked into something like this.
I love seeing the shots of the Ravens locker room, but let me tell you something. If you don't know, and I know we all see the clips of the wooden lockers, but these dudes have folding chairs. Like their chairs are foldable. Like
you gotta put it up in the locker.
In the lock, they don't even have real like chairs in the locker. These are collapsible fold, like chairs you would use at a cookout. you would rent these chairs. These are rentable chairs that these men are putting their bodies that just got pounded on in the field. You giving me a folding chair to sit
Pause.
in after a game. Like, that's unacceptable. That's unacceptable to me.
And I'm like, where's his money going, Mr. Art Rooney, sir?
All the money they got from putting Acrissure's name on there, they had better redone that locker room in that stadium. And I mean, the locker room at practice isn't much glamorous, isn't more glamorous either. So
And we still sharing a locker room with a college team.
Mm-hmm.
They did a
They
comparison.
all
And
need
they
to come
said,
together and put some money together and fix our locker room, because it don't make no sense. And did you know that they don't have a sauna? Like, they don't have a sauna. They have a hot tub, but there's no sauna. And I'm like, it's been like that for how long? Can you
that's why
imagine
Cam
Vince coming
pulled
in
his
here like,
groin.
I ain't got no sauna? Like, yeah, man, we ain't got no, like, just
We get
I
it
can't
from the
even,
mud. We get it from the mud. That's why we still go away to camp and sleep in dorm room beds.
Yeah, more wooden frames. It's something about Pittsburgh and wood. You can sit in them wooden beds out in Latrobe.
with your feet dangling off because you 6'6".
Right.
There's just so much. We got to stop being cheap. Dude, now, the Art Rooney thing, I think, threw people off a little bit. But again, it's about investing into the facilities, and they don't feel confident that he's going to do that.
I
You
mean,
can't heal. You can't heal.
you can see that how they do with the roster. They don't really throw too much money at the roster either. I mean, unless you're a Big Ben or somebody like that. TJ
What are
Watt.
they saving the money for? What are they saving it for?
Where's it going?
Like, where's the what are we doing? Like,
Is
are
he
you
sending it
putting
back
it
to
in an
Ireland?
offshore account, drawing interest on something? Like, what are we doing? Where is the money going?
That's going in the retirement fund. That's going for the college fund for
All them
the
Rooney.
What are we
two
doing,
generations.
$4.6 billion franchise.
Ticket prices go up every year. I'm sure season ticket holders have to pay, their for their tickets. Like, where is this money going, and why isn't it being built to kind of put these guys in a more look? I'm not saying we gotta have freaking spa like situations.
Yes, you need to have spotlight situations. You
But
are in
give
the
me a
NFL.
chair. Give me a chair, man. Can I get a chair? Can
we get a chair?
Can I get a locker that has like a compartment that can close where you don't have to see all my stuff just hanging there? Right. Can we get a light? Can I get something?
It probably work. It probably work if they put it more so less of an owner and more so of a committee based like Green Bay. Green Bay is like a committee based organization, which means like whatever they do, they had to get like votes on. They had to, this vote had to, outweigh this vote, like type stuff like that. And that way, things like this can be levied throughout everybody. Everybody can have their hand in it on say what they want to do. They want to go after this player. They want to spend this money on Saunders. They want to go, get rid of Latrobe and say, we have our own practice field right here, right here at Acrisure, whatever. Like, however you want to call it.
Have you guys seen the minority owners of the Pittsburgh Steelers?
No.
What happened with you?
No, I was wondering if you guys have seen the list of the minority owners.
Let me see. Minority owners Josh Barretts and David Blitzer. The process of finishing there that was other stake in the change and investor group are.
I'm gonna look up the Steelers media guide, and it usually lists them in there because I want to know what kind of role does the minority owners of the team play in this. So To me, that's important. So you got your ownership group. Let's talk about the ownership group. So I have okay. John Stallworth. Did y'all know that? Okay. This is part of the ownership group. So you got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19 guys. And they're all men. They're all men um, within the ownership group below Mr. Rooney. I want to know how many of these guys, and let me tell you how many of them. Well, Art Rooney Jr. he passed away, right? Right?
Yeah.
Didn't
The
he
second,
passed
I
away?
mean, the
The,
father of the second guy.
the Chiefs' son.
Junior. Yeah, Junior. Junior, right? He passed away. But anyway, I need that group to kind of like get together and be like, really need to do something for these guys. I need all of them. John Starworth is the only one of complexion I saw on that list.
Mm,
Um,
that makes sense.
if you were wondering.
I could have probably told you that.
I'm
I mean, that's
gonna
how
put
Pennsylvania is, though.
I'm gonna put this in the group. I mean, in the chat in case anybody wants to see that. Anybody's curious about the ownership group. It's in the 2023 Steelers media guide, and I just want this group to really come together and figure out a way to do something for these guys because this is the second year these report cards come out, and I don't want to hear this every year. I don't want to hear from the next. It's embarrassing for your franchise to be looked at as this prestigious franchise, and you can Kansas City Chiefs me all you want to because Mr. Hunt was on there too, but it doesn't make sense. Their stadium is old and nice too, but old with like when I say nice, meaning like the historic, like historic feel to it. And it does appear that the teams that probably have the best grades have some of the newer stadiums, but we know the Pittsburgh Steelers ain't getting a new stadium. We know they ain't getting a new stadium no time soon. So they need to modernize and do what they can to fix it and to be comfortable for the guys that's in there. Because I'm telling you, like I said before, Mike Tomlin Lee, he the best grade on that report card.
The best grade. It's him and
I'm
the
trying to
food.
tell you where that man goes. That
Food.
thing is going down the track.
Him and then the food.
They gotta do this. When Mike Tomlin lead, they literally have to do this. They gotta cash out. Because who the heck is coming there? Who the heck is staying there? Come on, Miss Mahomes. Let's come on in here. Who the heck is staying there? When Mike Tomlin leave, they gotta throw dollars at everybody to stay, anybody to come. They gotta fix up the facilities because they don't have a guy that's gonna draw them in. Yeah, I'll come to Pittsburgh, and this town, this city it's not a town for a 20-something-year-old unless you're in college. It ain't really it ain't glitz and glammy like some of these other cities out here. So when he go, best believe they're gonna have to write checks. They're gonna have to write big checks. So anyway, anything else from the report card, gentlemen?
Nah, I
The
mean,
second best thing is the food.
like I said, it looked failing to me.
Yeah.
So
So they gotta do some fixing there. They didn't talk about any of that with Omar. I wonder what Omar would have said. He would have had some type of politically correct answer, I'm sure. But where's Dane? I don't know where Dane is. I saw Dane online yesterday, but I did invite Dane. I would have loved to hear him. He would have chimed in and been like, he could go. Tell Damon, tell Tomlin to go. So what? Let Tomlin go. That's me and that's my Dane voice. So we do miss Dane. I do miss Dane's commentary. I am gonna count these jerseys for y'all real quick. What was the numbers? What was the guess? Let me get the estimates real quick.
What we had? We had
13. I'm gonna say 13.
Claude said 9, Reginald said 15. What else we got up in here?
One of these ain't a jersey.
Ali said 17. Ken Sterner said 22.
And the Minka.
You know,
Plus this one,
Hey.
it's 13. So
I hit it right on the head, so I get a prize, right?
I said 13 in my head.
Hey. That's what's
There's
up.
1, 2. Let me make sure. 3, 4, 5. This ain't a jersey. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12.
Wait, you got a Killer B jersey?
Yeah, I do. I have more than 13, but these are just that's all that's in here. It's an AB one.
Killer B.
I should have gotten another one. I'm mad. I really like this jersey. I'm not this small no more, but I should have gotten me another one before they stopped really selling them. But yeah, I love this jersey. Should have got a bigger size. Yeah, but I have more jerseys. They're just not in here. I have like a white TJ. I have like 3 or 4 different Minka ones that like I had a moment in time where I was misplacing them. So don't ask. I got a problem with losing stuff. I gotta put my cape in here. I gotta add the cape to the.
No, you good on that.
Only have one L with that cape, y'all, and that was the Buffalo game. Yeah, one Canada cape.
I
want to see where he going this year. You know who gonna pick him up?
Go where?
Man, Canada. He's going to the XFL.
Where he gonna be? Probably at home.
Dang, that's crazy.
You
say he gonna be at Walmart, huh?
You think a college will pick him up? I think that's
probably a Division 3.
Probably like a D3 school.
Yeah, junior college.
Probably his best bet. I don't think it's gonna be a NFL team.
He should go on Last Chance U.
They nationally embarrassed that man. Nationally, it's not funny. Like that broke my heart because this man is just trying to do his job, and nationally, like they on College Game Day talking about Fire Canada. Like that's
he nationally embarrassed himself.
That's true though.
He's so New York. He's so New York.
He nationally embarrassed himself. When the whole we knew every time we played, and I used to purposely watch the ops post conference, and everyone said, "Yo, we knew what he was gonna do. We knew what it was 2nd 8, we're stacking the box. Know what it's 3rd and 4, backing up. Like, come on, that's embarrassing, bro. You should not be that easy to guess. Your play should not be that easy to guess in the NFL.
Oh, one more thing I have for y'all. Quarterback that I think is okay. How do y'all feel about Drake May?
I'm not high on him.
All right, so these are some quarterback things
only because I think he's not that mobile. I think he's less mobile than Kenny Pickett.
Okay, what about what's my guy from the Jets, Zach? Zach Wilson.
Zach Wilson, pew.
These are comical things that could happen to the Pittsburgh Steelers if Zach Wilson because
or somebody like
Jimmy Garoppolo.
Or somebody like Sam Darnold.
Sam Darnold.
Very, very much.
Tanisha, I think Russell Wilson is an option just because of his price tag. I ain't gonna hold you, girl. I really do think that he's an option. They're just not talking about it. They'll talk about it more in a couple weeks here. But I think he's an option because of the price tag. Russell Wilson. But so Sam Darnold is laughable. Like I feel like it's put you back in even though they're probably not gonna be started, put you back in Mitchell Trubisky land. Sam Darnold, Zach Wilson, even Ryan Tannehill, but I think he's still above. He's a step above those guys I just named. Who Who else? Who else is like laughable? I think Drake May is laughable if that happens. JJ McCarthy. Um, who else? Jimmy Garoppolo. Laughable.
Mario.
Who?
Mariota.
Oh, did Marcus, was he on the team?
He's on
Atlanta.
the Falcons last year.
Yeah, he was on Atlanta.
No, not this past season.
Mm-hmm.
He was backing up Ritter. No, he wasn't.
Yeah, he took over.
He was on the Falcons.
Didn't. Marcus Mariota was not on Atlanta this year. They cut him.
Mm-hmm.
No.
They pulled him. Hold on.
No, y'all. No.
Because I remember him coming in.
Yes.
No.
Maybe not. But I remember. No, he was on the Eagles, right? I think he was on the Eagles.
Like, no, he was not. I was like, they got rid of him.
I think he was on the Eagles because they pulled
y'all made me get off. I was like, absolutely not. He was not.
They pulled Jalen Hurts
because he went there. Okay, yeah. So he signed a 1-year deal March 2023. Okay.
With Atlanta.
That's it. No, with the Eagles.
Yeah,
he was in Atlanta and he left Atlanta. They released him in February of 2023 and he signed with the Eagles in March. So again,
yeah, I remember that now because, like I said, when Jalen Hurts was stinking
it up, I was like,
they pulled Jalen Hurts and put Mariota in. The first thing he did was throw an interception.
Yeah, he played the last game. Draft Penix if he falls, or Pratt in the 4th. And I asked this morning. Do y'all still think Caleb Williams is the number 1 draft pick? Like, arguably, like, just like you just think he's just slated to be number 1? Can you confidently say Caleb
I think he overrated, but I think at this point they didn't hype him up so much they gotta go for him now.
Yep.
So, do you think the Bears take him? Like, is there still a chance that Justin Fields plays in Chicago?
It's always a chance. But I think the chance is significantly smaller just because of how they're moving with pumping up Caleb Williams and the fact that Chicago got the number 1 pick.
Is the Caleb Williams hype solely from his previous years?
Yes, this year he was terrible. He was bad.
Because mind you, I'm very elementary in my college life. So when I saw Caleb Williams this season, I was just like, okay, this is the number 1 guy. But it had to be spectacular the last couple years prior, because like what I saw this year, I'm like, this is your number 1 guy.
That's your number 1 pick.
And so, and you remember his dad was talking a lot of smack, talking about, oh, we might wait, we don't know, we might not go, we enter the draft. It depends on who has the number 1 pick. And look how he had it, what kind of season he had. So it was just like, you better go on and get drafted.
I did hear another thing that's probably gonna make the waters murky about Caleb Williams is his father said he want to stake in the team where whoever drafted him. He said he want to stake in the team.
His daddy doing a lot of this. His daddy's doing a lot of this. I just hope that doesn't hurt him as they prepare for the draft. He's not throwing at the combine. He is having a pro day, so we'll see. Don't be talking about his painted nails. I can feel it. I can feel somebody about to say something about that man.
I wonder they going about that.
Don't do it. I felt it. Like, no.
With the little Uzi right now. Get out of here, boy.
Okay. Yeah, I felt it. I tried to catch it.
I'm not gonna say it.
So we'll see. So Penix, I wouldn't mind having Penix on the team. I'm not gonna lie. Oh, what's my guy? LSU guy. I like that kid. Daniels. Is it Daniels? Jaden? What's his name? LSU quarterback? Oh my God, y'all. Is it Jaden Daniels?
I don't follow LSU.
I definitely think he's the first round guy.
Jaden
Daniels. I like that kid.
What about Bo? My man Bo Nix. Oregon.
You can look at said Jaden Daniels. Yeah. Man, I don't know.
I
I
don't
don't
think
know. The Steelers.
I don't think we need to go to the draft for QB. I think we already inexperienced enough as it is. We need we
Say
need
that
we
again.
need, we need solid veteran presence and somebody that's
Okay,
gonna
is
run that
everybody
offense.
here okay with Mason?
No. That's what I was about to
I
say
don't
that
know.
at the beginning.
I'm not, but then I wouldn't be like pissed off. I if that was our only option, I'd be like, yo, with that second, that quarterback that y'all gonna grab, if y'all gonna sign Mason, he has to be like a true number one, somebody that's going to threaten Kenny off of that first the QB1 spot. Because to be honest, I don't want to have to go down to our third QB again. But Mason was really like our third QB. If we got to go back to our third QB, I don't know. I don't want to see what our season going to look like with it.
I don't want to keep going through this. So if we need to go through this and draft a young kid that has the attributes, I'm cool with drafting a solid QB that can sit here and learn through this turmoil or whatever we're about to go through. Whatever it is, I'm cool. Like I want to be on some Green Bay stuff. Like I want to have
Yeah,
somebody.
but you want him to learn through like prosperity, not turmoil. He learning through turmoil. You're not really picking up nothing.
Yes, you are. You always learning something. Did we not learn nothing from what y'all killed Kenny
According to Kenny Pickett, nope, he ain't learned nothing.
He
You
didn't
always
learn nothing. That's why we
something.
don't. That's why it's
And
still a question if he's gonna be QB1 because he had Mason that was there from the jump, and then what Trubisky. You learn behind Trubisky and Mason. That's
well, I just
And
hope
Mike
Arthur Smith
Sullivan.
is. I just hope Arthur Smith is what we need because I'm gonna tell you right now, y'all, they gonna lose this fan base week one. Fan base is gonna jump. I mean, I'm gonna still be there, but if Arthur Smith don't produce, it's just the 13, 14, 10, 16-point games that's just gonna really, I really need to.
I was telling a lot of people, man. I was even speaking about speaking to somebody earlier. I said, yo, we was a quarterback away from going 13-4, being the number one team in the league. Potentially on 14-2. I mean, 14-2 or 15. You know what I'm saying? Like we could have won that Jags game. We could have won that first
That game was
Cleveland
so
game.
winnable. That's what makes me so
You know what I'm saying?
mad. That
And I'm
Jags
like,
game was winnable. What are we
and like I
doing?
said, those three losses that we shouldn't have lost in a row, that's 5 games right there. You talking about 15-2.
The games that was out of our reach was the 49ers game,
Yeah, and the Texans.
the Texans game.
That's it.
Is that it? Because that Jaguars game, they that's how I know. I was like, I complained. I was like, the Jaguars are not good. They are not good. Oh, that Arizona game, like that game was sickening.
Yeah.
Sickening.
I didn't know what was happening. I was just
Trubisky was happening.
It was just
that was what happened.
I just sat there so confused.
Every other loss was winnable. The games that just got out of our reach were definitely Texas, and I had to sit there through that. And the 49ers game where I sat through that. Disgusting.
Like I said, just thinking back on all the games, like I said, we should have swept the whole division and we should have beat Jacksonville. And we should have won them games that we should have won. And we'd have been the number one team, probably setting records 15-2 and all that. We ain't had 15 wins since Ben's first year.
And definitely should have beat the daggone Cleveland Browns. Like, what? BTR.
I'm like, man, like I said, we was a quarterback away from that. I mean, even with the defense looking like it did, because I think the defense was like 20-something the whole season. It was like bottom 20s.
Very up and down.
Yeah, very, very. Eric Rowe, I forgot to mention him earlier.
I like him.
I like that kid. I would love to see
I would bring him back.
Yeah. So hopefully he wants to stay and nobody throws a bunch of money at him. I don't know what his situation is, but are you doing a promo, Dex? We about to wrap up.
Oh, yeah.
Promo on
Everybody get yourself some Wakanda water.
Wakanda
Wakanda.
doesn't say Wakanda, but I got you. All right. Reading is fundamental. Look like it's from Hawaii. Where's from?
They did. That was like
Wakanda.
that was like the dead part.
Hawaiian water. It's Hawaiian water. He is hilarious. All right, y'all. Last minute thoughts. Anybody from the chat? Tanisha asked if we prefer Mason than Kenny.
You say if we prefer Mason than Kenny, what does that mean? Like, what kind of like
You want Mason over Kenny?
to start
You have
to start
pick between the two.
To start
on the team, just say on a roster spot. I'll just say that roster spot. Kenny or Mason?
I would prefer Kenny.
I would prefer Mason because I know if we do bring in someone else, he's not going to complain.
Dex was still mad because Kenny said he didn't learn nothing. Dex was through Kenny when he said he didn't learn nothing. Okay, I just want y'all to know.
He said it so quick, like a little 3-year-old. Like, did you learn anything? No. Like,
and that's true. You're not going to learn that behind Trubisky and Mason. You're not.
Okay, so
I need him to cut his hair too. I'm sick of seeing this.
Every time he puts on that helmet. So we'll see. We'll see what happens.
Looking like Sunshine from Sunshine. Remember Sunshine? From what's that? The football movie? How you feel?
Any last rounds,
y'all? What's the name with Denzel Washington? You talking about?
Yes.
Glory. What's the name?
No, not Glory. Dang, what's the name of that movie?
Remember the Titans.
Remember the Titans. Sunshine. Kenny Pickett is Sunshine.
Oh, remember the Titans? Yeah, they did say that. Oh wow, did y'all see my camera went out? I don't know what happened.
Yeah, where you go?
You were saying subliminal.
Hey, shout out to D's hair, y'all. Shout out to D's hair. You gotta put the products in the chat.
No product. Shout out to Yaz. She does my hair. I don't know what she puts in there, but yeah.
Look at that shine. Look at the luster.
This guy. Any last rounds, y'all? This has been fun. Shout out to the chat. Y'all have been amazing tonight. Thank y'all so much for joining us, entertaining us. Not D the Dime.
D the Dime. I like it. D the Dime.
I'm trying to tell you, chat. If you have not been on D's social media, you need to go on there. She red cut already, stunting on them. Got the hair for them, got the heels popping, got the dresses going.
Yo, 10 out of 10 the whole way in.
I'm trying to tell you, she was trying to catch an athlete.
No. I got the
10 out of 10 the whole way in.
We do not do athletes over here.
Look, up there, the Pro Bowl game rubbing elbows. You hear me?
We don't do athletes. We don't do 20-somethings.
They be grown.
We don't do that. We don't do that over here, okay? But okay, enough. All right, y'all. We're about to wrap it up here. Again, thank y'all for joining. I had a good time tonight. And we'll Ken said D using the Hawaiian order on her hair. Y'all look funny tonight. Y'all
got she got the Wakanda.
Y'all funny tonight.
She got the Wakanda.
I like it. This is what I love. I love that we could just come here and do our thing. Y'all, yes, please, Ali's, be safe. Y'all be safe. We'll come back. We'll talk more about what we see at the combine, and then we'll be getting ready for marching to March with Omar. Okay, Omar, get it done. He impressed us last year with the draft. I'm excited to see the next round of free agency and what he does. Okay. The con artist, yes, absolutely.
He gonna make it work.
Yeah, J-Rock, tell everybody where they can find you.
You could just follow me on like on my tag that's in the box down there, J-Rock the Potty Man, on all my socials. Instagram, YouTube, Facebook, X. I'm out there. Just follow me.
Go ahead, Dex.
Yeah, you can follow me on X or Twitter at BK Sailor Nation. My IG is IamDex. Show love, follow. I do follow back. talk with me, converse with me. You can find me here with D the Don, around all the time. You
Stop.
hear me?
Not Jesus time. All
I
right,
like
y'all.
that.
And y'all, everybody, you're more than welcome to come join us on Sports and Coffee. You know, we're there Monday through Friday, 9 a.m. to 11 a.m. Eastern on Twitter. You can call it X, but I'm going to call it Twitter forever. And yeah, so shout out to Tip, Roddy. They always hold it down. I'm not always there, but we always have good conversation. They even had a conversation about parenting the other day. I wasn't there, but I hopped in for a minute. They had some like we're like a family now, so we have some pretty good, healthy conversations. So if you missed us on Sports and Coffee, please come join us. Come tap in, say hi, and check in every now and then. All right, y'all. I'll see y'all next time. Bye.
Peace.